Let's bring in our guest. Professor Kingsley Ekweme is a robotics surgeon who has done some incredible work. First, good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
You see how excited I am to talk to you?
I'm very excited myself.
It's a rare sight. When I was reading through some of the things you've done using the robot to conduct surgery.
Yes.
Walk us through it.
Well, robotic surgery used to be something futuristic in this part of the world, and we've been doing robotic surgery, since early 2000s in the UK. But being able to bring robotic surgery to Nigeria, West Africa, was a very great achievement indeed. And so last week we hit the landmark of 50 successful cases in Nigeria. And that's what we're celebrating, and we're very happy indeed. So
that people understand what we're saying here, how does it work, the process of robotic surgery?
Yes. So the robot, the surgical robot, of which the gold standard robot is the Da Vinci system. It has three components to the system. One component stands beside the patient with 4 arms as a robot.
Just like a doctor, simulating the presence of a doctor.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So those 4 arms are docked into the patient through keyholes. So you have 4 keyholes. 1 is the camera, and 3 are instruments that will be docked into the patient. And then you have the vision cart, which the assistant, the bedside assistant, looks at. And then you have a console, which is remote from the area of the patient, the table and things, on the corner of the theater where the surgeon sits and looks into a lens that magnifies all the images inside the abdomen 10 times in 3 dimensions. And so you have a 3D image with 10 times the human eyes. And you can see structures like you've never seen them before. And through the console, you can manipulate the arms of the robots. Those 4 arms, you can move the camera, you can go either way, anywhere you want to go. And the instruments of the robot are so designed that they can reach deep down into any areas. And of course, with that exceptional vision, you're able to avoid structures that you don't need to damage. And peeling nerves and blood vessels and things, and take out parts that you only need to take, and preserve all the functions that come with it.
It sounds simple but complex.
Well, I don't want to go too much into the complexities. I'll leave that to science. But if we have time, we'll expand on the potential of robotic surgery. But Prof, your story is another contribution to this emerging narrative of the brain gain for Nigeria and its potential for, boosting our healthcare sector. Months ago, we had Dr. Julius Oni, who also returned to Nigeria from the US to begin that expansive work in orthopedic surgery. You are UK trained, and you've returned to Nigeria to achieve this amazing feat. I'd like to know what informed that decision, because you could have been in the UK and continue to contribute to the health sector in the United Kingdom. Why have you returned to Nigeria?
Well, thank you. That's a very important question, and it makes me excited to see and to hear of Nigerians who come back to contribute to the development, which we need. In my case, it's been a dream that I've had for over 10 years in the UK. And then at some point, I didn't think that I could finish my career without coming home to influence the change. I actually want to transform surgery in Nigeria. That's my goal. And so when I started coming to test the waters, I started with laparoscopic surgery for prostate cancer, which is incredibly difficult to achieve, and so we did just under 200 of those cases in Lagos with my assistants, and I transformed into robotic surgery to bring it to Nigeria, because if you look at the world map, you will see where Da Vinci systems have been installed worldwide, and there is no red dot of Da Vinci system in West Africa, Central Africa. In fact, the only system that was available was in South Africa. So I wanted to change that, and I've been working with a Da Vinci system in the UK, and at some through very complex mechanisms, I was able to bring it to Lagos and to develop the service. It's one thing to bring a system in, but it's another thing to train the staff, to make it safe, and to transfer the skills and the expertise that is needed to run it. So we got engineers from Europe, America, to come to Nigeria, train the staff, and successfully trained. I have robotic assistants and incredibly exciting Nigerians who are operating the robot and doing incredible things for our country. So to answer your question, it's been a dream to come back to do this, and I hope by the time we finished, we should have achieved that transformation, that people don't have to be scared of going to a hospital to have surgery. You can have surgery, return back to your function very quickly, and back to work, back to business, back to anything that you think of. And hopefully with economy of scale, it will get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and it should be affordable to every Nigerian.
And that's my next question. Although we could talk about infrastructure at home and the other, variables that you require for your investment. But this is hope for prostate cancer patients in Nigeria. Yes. But you talked about the potential for it to get cheaper. Before we get to that point, what is cost looking like, with the promise of robotic surgery for cancer patients? Yes,
the robot instruments come in 10 lives. So if you have a robotic scissors, for example, for the Da Vinci system, it comes in 10 lives. It means that there's a chip in the instrument. Once the robot handles it, it marks the life, okay? So it keeps deducting the lives until it's finished, and you can use it again. So it's actually, those are the expensive part of it. And to import those parts, to bring them in, go through custom, pay the duties, it's incredibly expensive at the moment. And this is where, as I walk through the journey, I come here to talk to you. I expect that when I finish, I get a call from one of the government officials, to help. Yes, because they can help. If they help, no duty to bring it in. We can do free robotic surgeries for people, maybe people that work in the secretariats and people that may not have ordinarily been able to afford these things. We can work that out, but we need help. Some of the instruments are sent with DHL, for example. The cost of DHL will surprise you for such instruments to come in. And then when it comes in, it goes through more than 5 offices when they fly it in, and one office can keep it for a week or 2. And then it gets sorted, another office takes over, and then you do all that and bring it out, and then you have to use it. So the cost of instrument, not even just the robot itself, and every other thing that comes with it.
So let's break it down. Government listens, they are hearing.
Yes.
And we want as much help as possible.
Yes.
Because I can infer that from what you're saying, if a poor man and a rich man has prostate cancer right now, the poor man is likely to meet his maker. With the possibility, if both of them have a chance to survive medically, the poor man will die, the rich man will survive.
Because he cannot afford
Because he can't afford.
surgery.
I'm talking about cost. So I wanted to put that picture as vivid as possible,
yes,
so that we have a general frame of reference. So are you saying that it is the cost of the instrument itself, or it is the cost of all of these bottlenecks that makes it as expensive as it should be, or is it a hybrid of both?
I think it's a bit of both. Because first you have to buy the instruments. You know what the exchange rate is these days, okay? And with the Da Vinci system, there is an insurance process that also comes with it, you know, because everything has to be insured these days. And then you have to get it in, you have to pay the duties, and then you bring it, okay, the transportation, everything. Those are in dollars. And those are the factors that would now ultimately make it more expensive. The arms of the robots are draped with special drape. And you use one drape per case, okay, to make it sterile. And those are costs. And there are so many aspects of it.
Screen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the profile and all of that.
Yes. So, and in our case, we use a special, the same that I use in my department in the UK. You know, it's a special air seal system that makes the insufflation gas to be quite cool. Patients don't lose. There's something we call insensible water loss, and it's a very specialized system that you know takes care of all these things and seals everything and keeps it safe for the patient.
Would you be comfortable to tell us how much it costs for your surgery? Is it something you would like to share?
Well,
because I know that in a lot of the minds of people, they are feeling like people are going around, hit it. Would you be able to say that on TV?
I think that my admin would be able to.
we understand that, sir.
I actually don't get involved with anything financial.
I know that you have an idea of the exact cost, but you may not want to speak to it.
Can I just say one thing?
Okay.
What I can promise is that no patient, because I've said it before, no man should needlessly die of prostate cancer. As things stand, there is no patient that will come into the prostate clinic that will live untreated. I think that we have ways and means of doing that.
Okay, that still doesn't tell us whether it's 1 million naira or 10 million naira.
We're here to celebrate him. Yes.
But Prof, talk to us about the levels of cure that robotic surgery offers for prostate cancer patients. Yes. Does cure mean that the patient goes back to normal life 100% before, you know, the surgery, meaning they do not experience erectile dysfunction anymore and all other symptoms that come with prostate cancer? Talk to us about the levels of cure.
Okay, that's a good question because I get asked that a lot. Prostate cancer, if you look at it in two broad categories.
Prof, you can do it in 1 minute.
Yes, I do it in 1 minute.
Okay.
So you have, first of all, you need to diagnose the prostate cancer early.
Okay.
When it's curable. There are things that a man should do if you feel that you are at risk of having prostate cancer so that it can be identified early. If you identify early, it can be cured. But unfortunately, in Nigeria as it stands, over 60% of prostate cancer are diagnosed late. And that's incurable. We have ways of palliating it, which means we can control the cancer and slow down the rate of growth, but you cannot be cured. So those are the two differences.
All right.
So that means every year men should check it out. From what age?
I would advise that, you know, for black people, if you have a family history, you should start at the age of 45.
All right.
Without a family history, you should consider that as a black man from 50 to 55 years old.
How often? Every year?
Every year you should check your PSA.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, that advice is for us. It's for
Yes,
men.
for you.
For men.
For you. And, you know, in all levels, is a productive conversation. The women, too, should encourage their men to go for a prostate cancer check.
All right, Prof.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Professor Kingsley Ekweme is a robotic surgeon who is doing incredible work as far as prostate cancer is concerned around the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means
so
you can be here and conduct surgery somewhere else in the world. Are we getting to that level?
We're getting there, but it's not yet
perfect yet.
Perfect yet.
All right,
yes.
Prof. We're going to have you more
yes.
and more. Thank you so
you.
much, and we hope this is going to get cheaper and more affordable. But that's it on the program. Thank you so much for your time and your company. Sunrise Daily is up at the top of the hour. I'm Jeffrey Uzonga. Bye-bye.
We'll be back with the home stretch tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.